Hey, how we doing? I've just come out today, just for a bit of a walk around another wood where I am, and we had some snow last week, and that was an absolutely fantastic opportunity to get out and about and really sort of do some good practice and hone the skills on tracking for signs of wildlife, looking at their tracks, trying to determine between species, and that was an absolutely fantastic thing to do. And it's just something that I like to do a lot of. It kind of really sort of like connects me to the landscape where I am, and for me that's important. You know, it's not just about lighting fires, cooking at a camp, doing some wood prep, practicing skills. You know, skills encompasses a whole wide spectrum for me, and one of those things is wildlife. You know, being able to identify the species, recognise their calls, their tracks, and looking for where they've been. And so yeah, the snow's been and gone, so I've just sort of come out today just to do a little video for you, just to give you a little bit of a run through on some things that I look out for and some pointers for you when I'm out. As I say, I absolutely love nature and wildlife, and that, as I say, that really connects me to the landscape. It kind of makes me feel like I belong in the woods. You know, we've got some amazing wildlife, and if you can appreciate that, it kind of really makes you feel like you're fitting in. So I'm just going to get this pack back on, and I'll just give you a little run through of some bits. I say it's something that I do a lot of, and that's let me just get the camera. Yeah. Oh, there you go. So yeah, I'm in this wood today. It gives me an opportunity to point out some things, and one of the things, I mean, like where I am now, underneath this, there's rhododendron and some pine and some shrub and holly and that, so it's quite closed in here, it's quite dark. So this is a really good place that you can immediately, I can smell it as I come in. Is if I just bring the camera, there you go, just down there. Some deer droppings and that there, very fresh from this morning by the looks of it. And as I'm walking out here, you're kind of looking for signs, little bits and bobs. Now, if I bring the camera down here, I don't know whether you can make out, it's not very clear, but going along there, up into the other side of the wood, it's just regular little trails that the animals are going along and using. So when you start walking through woods and little copses and on the edges of fields, you start to notice all these little tracks, all these little runs that the animals make. And the more you look for them, the more you see them. Because just like us, they're creatures of habit, and they will use the same runs in and out of little wooded areas and along the edges of fields, down by hedgerows all the time. So these are little good important things to, there you go, there's another good one going off there. These are little things you start looking out for. Now, where I am today, this wood has got a big intersection, almost like chases. So I'm just going to bring you out, turn that camera there. There you go. So you can see that I'm walking down the middle of a chase and that at the moment, and it comes to a junction. There's two good points here actually I want to point out. These are great. So first of all, you can notice this tower. Yeah, it's a hunting tower. Okay, if you've got the access to get up in things like this, or a little hunter's chair up in a tree, absolutely fantastic little things. Absolutely fantastic. And yeah, if you get yourselves up in one of them, just sit down, just be quiet, and maybe have a small pair of binoculars with you. Doesn't have to be expensive. And just sit and watch. See what you can just see over maybe half an hour, maybe an hour at a push. And say these things are great, absolutely great. It's not being used at the moment. Pheasant season's just finished, and they're not really doing any deer shooting at the moment, so that stays redundant. And most of the time, so I come up here, I'll sit up there, I'll have a brew, I'll sit out and I'll look out. So yeah, if you've got the access to one of those, I mean that's quite a big platform actually, but say it sits on a four-way junction, so you can actually see four ways, and that'll give you a good sort of scope out for wildlife. Or a little hunter's chair, you know, normally a little ladder with a tiny little platform that goes up on the side of a tree. Sit up there, close yourself in and just see what you can see for a little while. So one of the other things, just here, there's a water source there, okay? It's obviously a little bit of a dip and a hollow in that in the ground, and obviously with the farm vehicle's gone up and down, it's compressed it down. Water pools there. You want to look for tracks, and so there's little animal runs coming along here. You want to look for tracks, water sources. Find yourself a nice little water source. Again, animals need to drink just like we do, and you have a look along the edges, you'll find little tracks. So that's another good thing. And there's two little things here that would be great for a beginner, and you could sit here, maybe bring yourself here at dawn or dusk as the animals are coming back in off the field, especially the deer, and you could have a little look around. You start to notice tracks. Now, as we're out on this chase, which I'm going to get off in a minute, there's some pheasant feeders. Okay, little grain feeders for the pheasant and red partridge. They're great. Obviously, you've got the fowl going to them, you've got the pheasant and the partridge going to them, but also other animals, and that will go and get that grain off the floor and that as well. Go and have a look, see what little tracks you can find. So I'm just coming along here now. I'm going to get off this chase. You know, if you're looking for doing some tracking, wildlife spotting, standing out in a big open chase, everything's going to be able to see you. Now I'm only just walking along here now just because I've pointed out those two bits, but one of the other things that you want to do, okay, is just get yourself off, get into the foliage. You know, it's winter now, and I'm just going to turn this because that arm's getting a bit achy. Get yourself amongst the trees, okay? This is what I do a lot of the time, and I think I've seen something, I've seen the deer and that. Get yourself amongst the trees, okay? Think of your size, okay? In this country, the only thing that stands as tall as you is a red deer, fallow deer at a push, okay? So if you're stood out in the middle of a chase, and that, or out in the middle of nowhere, you're going to stand out like a sore thumb. So bring yourself in close to a tree, okay? Size, reduce yourself down, okay? Sit yourself against a tree, okay? And then just sit, watch. If you think you've seen something, I'm looking out to the tree, okay? I'm just going to take myself so I can just barely peek around it. I've taken most of my body shape away, okay? And that's going to aid you for like looking out. So your size, your shape, okay? Another thing, yeah? Think about shine, yeah? I'm talking about shine here. Face, it sticks out. If you've got a hood, yeah, wear it. It'll help disguise your face, okay? Shine, face, hands. I'm doing camera work today, okay? So I'm just keeping my hands free. Otherwise, wear gloves, okay? So you're not got that big white pinkies coming out. They're visible, okay? Shine as well. It's pretty overcast today, okay? Put yourself in maybe the direction of the sun. It just depends on your landscape, okay? So think about shine. What's going to portray a shadow? Your silhouette is going to come out. Little things like this. Okay. So your size, your shape, reduce yourself down. Okay. Get the shine off. Wear a hat. Put a hood over. Get a scarf across your face. Cover your hands up. Your silhouette. If you're walking along the edge of a field, you're going to stand out. You're really going to stand out. So another great thing to do, along the edge of the field, there's going to be a hedgerow. Walk right up against the hedgerow. You're going to blend in. These are things that are just going to make yourself a little bit more indistinguishable from the landscape. I'm sat here now, it's really, really quiet. And obviously, there's nobody else in this wood. I'm still talking in a hushed tone, so I'm not portraying my voice out across the wood and the landscape. Okay, speak in hushed tones. Yeah, try and remain nice and quiet. Yeah, say I'm walking while I'm talking today, but I'm also looking where I'm going. I'm looking out. Okay, move slowly. Speed. Yeah, you don't want speed. Yeah, you go rampaging off through the woods, you're not going to come across anything. So think about your movement. Yeah, nice and steady, nice and still. Talk in hushed tones. You know, if there's a couple of you, okay, get used to some signals and that you can practice. Yeah? But talk in hushed tones. Animals have got a really acute sense of hearing, really good eyesight for the most part of them. Obviously not certain ones like badgers and other things, quite short-sighted. Okay, but also smell, your smell. Okay, when I go out and I'm looking out for wildlife, the last thing that I want to do is have my scent being cast from the wind across the wood. So don't go spraying deodorant everywhere. Okay, think like an animal. Yeah, you don't want to be like smelling of your Lynx Africa aftershave, and that's, don't go out. These are all little things that can sort of help you, yeah, while you're out and about. Look for the animal runs, yeah. Start to recognise scats, pellets, drop-ins. Okay, there's some great books out there, and get yourselves a little handy note guide, yeah. Do little drawings and that. It's all very well taking pictures on your phone and that, but get used to doing drawings, yeah. That really sort of connects you to what you've seen. Pellets, scats, drop-ins, yeah. The animal runs, okay, they're creatures of habit, where they're going, okay. They're going to go to feeders like the pheasant, grain feeders, yeah. How you put yourself in the landscape, you know, which I've just been talking about. Little things like that. Just coming out onto the edge for another chase. You can see another pheasant feeder there. Loads of grain on the sand, so the pheasants and that have been around. Just going to take a wander up here. I tend to come out early in the morning if I've got a chance when I'm not at work. Come out early in the morning or later on in the evening, yeah. Dawn and dusk, two classic times of the day to get out, okay, and look for wildlife. See, I'm walking now, I'm talking, I can see runs going off all over the place. There's not going to be much out today. I mean, you're always going to stumble across a muntjac deer or something like that. And there was a woodcock over there as I started to walk into this wood. And they're really well camouflaged. You've got to be quite good to see them. You'll literally get right up to a woodcock and then they'll just fly off. So yeah, dawn, dusk, they're great times, okay? That's when you're actually going to see more because they've been out feeding, okay? So just some little pointers there. Get some little reference guides. Get out, start looking for the tracks, okay? Start having a mental picture of yourself in the landscape, where that's leading off to. Can you follow that track to a a burrow or a set or something like that. So yeah, these are the things that are just I find handy sometimes just to know and help people with. So I'm going to finish now. I'm going to walk over to another wood. I'm going to have a little look around. So catch you later. Bye.